Huy Fong Sriracha, the legendary brand developed by David Tran, has long been associated with this hot sauce. With its brilliant red color and powerful flavor, it has evolved from humble beginnings to become a global culinary phenomenon. However, beneath its fiery success is a story of successes, controversies, and problems that eventually led to its demise. So what really happened to the brand that led to its downfall? Well, to find that out, we're going to have to look back at its early beginnings to see how it all started. The story of Huy Fong Sriracha starts out with David Tran, a Vietnamese immigrant who arrived in the United States in 1979. Tran fled the communist regime in Vietnam, bringing with him a treasured family recipe for chili sauce. He settled in Los Angeles and started making his own sriracha sauce in a small Chinatown storefront. Tran's sriracha soon developed a cult following in California's Asian communities, thanks to its unique combination of chili peppers, garlic, vinegar, and sugar. Its flexibility makes it a popular condiment from everything from pho to pizza, gaining a spot in the cupboards of foodies all around the world. But did the journey actually begin from the US? Well, actually no. David Tran's adventure began in Vietnam, where he developed a strong love for the rich and diverse flavors of Southeast Asian food. Tran fled the political turbulence of post-war Vietnam, embarking on a risky voyage that eventually brought him to the shores of the United States. Tran set out to accomplish his American dream, armed only with his family's treasured chili sauce recipe and an unwavering resolve to succeed. Tran settled in Los Angeles and quickly realized his culinary ambition. Drawing on his knowledge of traditional Vietnamese cooking and a good sense of market demand, he began experimenting with ingredients and methods to develop his own sriracha sauce. Tran's sriracha was inspired by powerful flavors of Thai and Vietnamese food, with a harmonious blend of ripe chili peppers, garlic, vinegar, and sugar that tantalized the taste buds and awakened the senses. Tran's sriracha immediately became popular among California's Vietnamese community, who adopted it as a go-to sauce for their favorite foods. Word spread quickly, and Tran was bombarded with demands for his spicy invention from friends, neighbors, and local businesses. Tran saw an opportunity to transform his passion into a successful business and started Huy Fong Foods, named after the freighter that transported him over the Pacific Ocean to his new home. With a small loan and a makeshift production plant in a small Chinatown storefront, Tran began making sriracha sauce on a limited scale, bottling it by hand and personally distributing orders to local restaurants and markets. As demand for sriracha increased, Huy Fong Foods expanded its production capacity and distribution network to satisfy the needs of a more broad and enthusiastic client base. Tran's persistent dedication to quality and authenticity, combined with a sharp business acumen and hands-on approach, catapulted Huy Fong Sriracha to unprecedented heights of success and popularity. This is where a turning point came in sriracha's popularity. It was the early 2000s when sriracha sauce transcended its ethnic origins and became a popular condiment among culinary fans and chefs of different backgrounds. Celebrity endorsements, viral marketing campaigns, and social media buzz propelled sriracha into the culinary spotlight, converting it from a niche product popular among Asian immigrants to a treasured pantry staple found in kitchens and restaurants all over the world. The unique rooster image and distinctive green cap squeeze bottle became icons of sriracha's cult status, invoking nostalgia and adventure among enthusiasts who enjoyed the spicy flavor and adaptability. Sriracha made its way onto menus and into recipes, sparking a wave of inventive culinary inventions and cultural mashups that propelled its ascent to prominence. If we said that there was a craze for sriracha sauce, then it would not be wrong. As word of mouth spread, demand for Huy Fong Sriracha surged, fueled by enthusiastic endorsements from celebrity chefs and food bloggers. Its signature squeeze bottle with famed rooster logo became ubiquitous symbols of culinary creativity and adventurous palates. The sriracha craze peaked in the early 2010s, when eateries mixed the hot sauce into everything from cocktails to desserts. Huy Fong Sriracha became a pop culture icon with appearances in memes, souvenirs, and Halloween costumes. So where exactly does Huy Fong get its chili peppers? Huy Fong, founded decades ago by David Tran, now sources chili peppers from farms in California, New Mexico, and Mexico. Prior to procuring from these farms, Huy Fong relied solely on Underwood ranches in California for nearly 30 years. The collaboration ended in 2017 due to a financial dispute. 2 years later, a jury found that Huy Fong breached its contract with Underwood Ranches and committed fraud, awarding Underwood $23.3 million. Underwood Ranches, which sells its own sriracha sauce, has had no issues obtaining jalapenos from Mexico, owner Craig Underwood told the New York Times, citing huge demand for our product from Huy Fong's former customers. However, the meteoric rise of Huy Fong Sriracha was not without its challenges. Huy Fong Sriracha's criticisms and concerns extended beyond the environmental issues at its Irwindale production. The corporation also faced legal challenges about its branding and trademark rights. As its popularity grew, imitators appeared, hoping to profit on the renowned rooster logo and unusual packaging. These imitation products not only reduced Huy Fong Sriracha's market share, but also confused consumers. To defend its brand identification and intellectual property rights, the corporation had to spend a lot of money on legal fees. Despite these attempts, the spread of counterfeit sriracha products continued, compromising the brand's credibility and consumer trust. Conscious customers and advocacy groups were also concerned about the sauce's nutritional value. Traditional sriracha, with its high sugar and sodium content, did not fit in with changing dietary habits that prioritize natural, low-processed, and health-conscious ingredients. In response, the firm attempted to introduce healthier versions of its sauce, such as low-sodium or sugar-free varieties. However, these efforts elicited conflicting reactions from consumers, many of whom were devoted to the original flavor profile and opposed any significant changes to the recipe. But the problem didn't just end there. In addition to legal disputes over branding and trademark rights, Huy Fong Sriracha struggled to maintain its production standards and supply chain integrity. The company's commitment to using fresh, high-quality products, such as locally sourced chili peppers, created logistical issues as it increased production to meet rising demand. Ensuring a steady supply of mature chili peppers necessitized tight engagement with farmers and agricultural partners, especially as weather conditions and crop yields varied. Furthermore, due to the seasonal nature of chili pepper cultivation, Huy Fong Sriracha has to carefully manage its inventory and production schedules to avoid shortages or surpluses. In addition, as it sought to expand its global reach, the corporation faced the complications of international trade and export rules. Navigating the complexities of import/export procedures, tariffs, and customs clearance presented logistical and administrative challenges for Huy Fong Sriracha, especially in regions with tight food safety and labeling regulations. The dispute over the environmental impact of Huy Fong Sriracha's Irwindale plant highlighted broader concerns about corporate accountability and sustainability in the food industry. As customers emphasize ethical and environmentally friendly practices, businesses are under pressure to implement transparent and environmentally responsible business processes throughout their supply chains. But there was something else as well. Despite all of that, Huy Fong Sriracha faced rising competition from both domestic and international competitors looking to capitalize on the expanding popularity of chili sauce. Knockoff brands saturated the market, selling lower-cost equivalents that resembled the real sriracha's taste and packaging. The proliferation of copycats decreased Huy Fong Sriracha's market dominance, forcing the company to defend its trademark from infringement. Despite legal measures to safeguard its brand and intellectual property, the proliferation of imitation made it difficult for customers to discern between authentic sriracha and counterfeit versions. Meanwhile, Huy Fong Sriracha faced a new issue as customer preference and culinary styles evolved. As the food industry moved toward healthier and more sustainable ingredients, some critics expressed worry about traditional sriracha sauce's excessive sugar and sodium levels. Furthermore, the emergence of plant-based diets and alternative condiments has pushed customers to seek novel flavor profiles and substitutes for classic chili sauce. Artisanal hot sauces prepared from exotic peppers and natural ingredients became popular among discerning eaters, providing a fresher and more nuanced alternative to mass-produced sriracha. Thus, amidst these challenges, Huy Fong Sriracha's downfall became clear as sales fell and consumer enthusiasm dropped. The once popular condiment was demoted to the back of pantry shelves, overtaken by newer and trendier alternatives. Despite efforts to innovate and diversify its product line, Huy Fong Sriracha has struggled to reclaim its former grandeur. The company's reliance on its trademark chili sauce proved to be both a strength and a weakness, as shifting taste and market dynamics made it increasingly obsolete and out of sync with changing consumer preferences. So is this why there's a Huy Fong Sriracha shortage? Well, there are plenty of other reasons as well. Experts say Huy Fong's shortfall is due in part to climate change, citing weather fluctuations and catastrophic drought in Mexico and the United States Southwest, where Huy Fong receives all of its chili peppers. The main culprit here is the shortage of their primary ingredient, the red jalapeno chili pepper, said David Ortega, a food economist and associate professor at Michigan State University. He further continued by saying that's due to climate change and the mega drought. According to experts, these peppers are normally grown under irrigation, with a large portion of the water extracted from the Colorado River, which has hit historic lows in recent years. The region has received little rainfall, resulting in reduced runoff from snowpack. However, Huy Fong and farmers have noticed a more consistent influence of climate change on pepper supply in recent years. Huy Fong seized shipments last year, citing a 2020 email warning of a chili pepper shortage, stating that the situation has worsened owing to recent weather conditions. While climate change continues to have a significant impact on agriculture in general, it is not the whole story for the present Huy Fong Sriracha scarcity. According to Stephanie Walker, an extension vegetable specialist and professor at New Mexico State University, she speculates that Huy Fong may not have enough suppliers among various farmers and is eager to establish partnerships with new producers. But the shortage of sauce supply is one of the reasons for its demise. Huy Fong Sriracha, which used to cost less than $5 or $10 per bottle, is currently selling for shockingly high prices in some listings on sites with large third-party marketplaces such as Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. Many have just sold out. Prices for those that remain in stock vary depending on where you check. As of Thursday morning, for example, eBay advertising for a single 17-ounce bottle ranged from roughly $20 to $150. A big difference from the price tags of other hot sauce brands, which do not appear to be experiencing the same sort of supply issues. Meanwhile, the corporation began contracting with new farmers, despite the fact that it had already agreed to supply Underwood ranches with crops in 2017. Huy Fong Foods now sources its peppers from farms in California, New Mexico, and Mexico. However, in recent years, much of the region has experienced drought and terrible weather conditions, resulting in agricultural destruction. While Underwood claims to have produced high-quality peppers in recent years, climate conditions in North America's southwestern region vary greatly. However, this particular condition has definitely impacted on the pricing factor as well. The depletion of accessible supplies has pushed up the price of Huy Fong Sriracha, which is still available. In many instances, the bottles are simply sold out, providing resellers an advantage in listing the now hard-to-find and highly sought-after commodity. Another market force at work is consumer behavior, specifically hoarding. The fear of losing access to a desired product causes many people to buy more than they would normally need, as was demonstrated with toilet paper at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. There are numerous hot sauces, including sriracha-style items, that are still widely available at moderate cost. Tabasco, for example, has built a page to help buyers identify nearby retailers that offer its sriracha brand. There are several probable causes for this, according to specialists. Some suggest that Huy Fong may have troubles with its chili suppliers, or that other brands may utilize different pepper varieties and source from farms that have not been affected as badly. Others may be able to experiment with recipes, but perfecting sauces as well as discovering new variations takes time, according to experts. Growing the crop in an area less affected by extreme weather or breeding new variants of the peppers that are more tolerant to heat and require less water, if possible at all, would take years. Richard Howells, a supply chain expert at SAP, wrote about this whole situation in a blog post. While other hot sauces do not appear to have the same supply issues, this could change. As the climate issue worsens, consumers may face broader consequences at the dinner table. However, the demise of Huy Fong Sriracha reflected broader customer desires for authentic, artisanal food products with distinct flavor characteristics and cultural relevance. As customers seek culinary experiences that reflect their own taste and values, there is an increasing demand for niche and specialized condiments with distinct flavors and sensory experiences. Furthermore, the growth of food tourism and culinary discovery has stimulated interest in unusual and regional cuisines, resulting in increased demand for authentic ethnic ingredients and condiments. Huy Fong Sriracha might capitalize on this trend by emphasizing the cultural background and culinary traditions that underpin its famous chili sauce, establishing it as a symbol of cultural fusion and culinary diversity. Additionally, the brand may use digital marketing and social media channels to communicate with customers and create a sense of community and belonging among Sriracha fans. Huy Fong Sriracha may build a dedicated fan base and reinforce its brand identity in an increasingly competitive marketplace by releasing behind-the-scenes stories, recipes, and user-generated content. So are there any lessons learned? The rise and fall of Huy Fong Sriracha is a cautionary tale for food entrepreneurs and industry executives alike. While invention and originality are critical to success, so are adaptations and foresight. In today's quickly changing environment, companies must constantly develop to match the demands and expectations of modern consumers. Furthermore, the story of Huy Fong Sriracha emphasizes the value of corporate responsibility and sustainability in the food business. Companies cannot afford to disregard their activities' environmental and social repercussions, as these concerns can have serious ramifications for both their bottom line and their reputation. And what about the brand's future? As Huy Fong Sriracha faced rising hurdles and dwindling revenues, the company reached a crossroads. To thrive in an increasingly competitive and dynamic business, it had to adapt to shifting consumer demands while remaining faithful to its basic beliefs and legacy. One potential path for rejuvenation is to rebrand and relaunch Huy Fong Sriracha as a premium, gourmet product aimed at discerning food enthusiasts. By highlighting its artisanal skill, premium ingredients, and distinct flavor character, the brand may distinguish itself from mass-produced competitors and restore its place as a culinary icon. Huy Fong Sriracha might also form strategic alliances and collaborations with other food brands and chefs to develop unique products and culinary experiences. By capitalizing on its brand equity and cultural cachet, the company could enter new countries and reach a larger audience of consumers eager to discover the vast world of chili sauces and condiments. Huy Fong Sriracha's future will ultimately be determined by its capacity to embrace change, develop, and evolve in response to consumers' ever-changing tastes and preferences. While the hurdles may be intimidating, Sriracha sauce's reputation as a symbol of culinary ingenuity and ethnic fusion ensures that the spicy saga will continue. Ultimately, Huy Fong Sriracha's demise was caused by a combination of internal and external reasons, rather than just market dynamics or competitive pressures. While Sriracha sauce's legacy lives on in the hearts and taste senses of its devoted admirers, the narrative of its rise and fall serves as a reminder of the brevity of culinary stardom and the ever-changing nature of consumer preferences. So what are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to always stay updated with more of such interesting content. Thanks for watching Bite Notes.